Welcome to another episode of Kickish with the girl, me, Miss Marie. And today we have Nikka. She's very, what they call it, like multifaceted, has very many specialties, hobbies, expertises, if that's the word. Anywho, I'm gonna start off with how I met Nikka. Honestly, I cannot really remember how I met Nikka. I just remember Nikka just always being around. So, her stories the same or different? Do you remember?
So I think we met through your cousin Stephanie at like camp meeting. I feel like that's how we met.
Okay. Yeah, oh yeah, I do remember. Yes.
Like, oh, that's Stephanie's cousin. Like, oh, they cool. Your family, my family. So
yeah, because it was 15,000 of us. So yeah. 15,000 of us. You probably seen somewhere. I do remember. Yes, I do camp meeting. Yeah, but it was never like a moment where like, hey, I'm
just like, oh, she's at camp meeting. Oh, she's graduating. Let me go to Atlanta. Hey. And then when we did that Meharry summer program.
Yes, I was just talking to Amanda about that. The summer program we did at Meharry. That was a very interesting time.
Yeah, that was interesting.
A very interesting time. Wow. All right, so today we have Nikka here. We're going to talk about fitness because to me, Nikka is a fitness guru. She knows all fitness. And the funny thing is, this is not the Nikka that I met. This is not the Nikka that I grew up with. But this is the Nikka now. I remember talking about you, Nikka, when you would wear like some sneakers.
Oh, man.
And niggas used to look so weird with sneakers on or like workout things. I think we went somewhere and he was like, what do we need to wear? And it was like t-shirt and shorts or whatever. He was like, this is all that I have. No, you borrowed somebody's sneakers, I think.
I probably did. I only wore them when it was time to go to PE.
Yes, I think you borrowed somebody's sneakers. Oh my gosh, now it's like you have all the cutest outfits, all the cutest sneakers.
I'll be trying.
You be putting this on like, oh yeah, you should probably do it like that, that'll help you. But I guess one of my first questions is when and why did you get interested in fitness? Because the Nikka I know from college, fitness was not on the radar.
So let's see, to be honest, my senior year in college, I was diagnosed with like generalized anxiety disorder. And so my doctor was telling me like, hey, if you work out, that probably would help you manage your anxiety. So I started working out, doing stuff here and there. And then after I graduated, moved back in with my parents, was applying to grad school, working on the side. And then I started going to Zumba class with my mom. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I was going through a real hard transition. We're not going to go into that.
Okay.
But I started going to Zumba. And I don't know. I started to feel like real confident. And like, I always liked dancing. Because, we used to do those little music videos. Later, I would be the one that was still dancing because I had a lot of energy left. So I used to go to Zumba class with my mom all the time. And I was like, oh, man, this is really fun. Like, this is super fun. So that's kind of how I got into it. I started like going to classes. Then I went to grad school, moved to Kentucky. I joined the gym there. I was very faithful with my workouts. And then like my very first public health job, I moved somewhere in the middle of nowhere, Brownsville, Tennessee. I joined the gym and I was like, they don't have no Zumba? Like, what do you mean they don't have Zumba? Like, I have to dance. Like, I don't want to drive an hour just to go to Zumba. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get licensed to teach Zumba. So I was like looking up the like training classes and I saw one was coming to Memphis. I signed up for it. I got licensed and I started teaching at the gym. So that's kind of how I got into it, like through dance. And then like a couple years later, I knew that I always wanted to be like a certified group fitness instructor, but it's a little bit harder because you have to like study for this exam. It's like a written exam. Yeah. So I was kind of chickening out about it. I was like, oh, I want to do it. Oh, I don't want to do it. I would like talk to people about it. And then I think I bought like the study guide and the package in like 2019, started studying, got busy with work, stopped studying. Pandemic came and I was like, okay, well, let me pick it back up again. I took the test and passed it. Praise the Lord.
Ooh.
So Now I'm like a certified group fitness instructor and a licensed Zumba instructor. And then like a part of maintaining our, I guess, certifications, we had to get CEUs every 2 years to like renew it. So I was like, okay, well, let me get licensed to teach pound. I don't know if you guys know what pound is, but it's like,
tell us what that is.
it's like, it's hard to explain. It's like these green drumsticks and you're like beating to the sound of music. It's a mixture of Pilates, yoga, strength training, and cardio. And it's super fun. It's like, has a lot of rock music, pop music, some hip hop, but it's like, I don't know, it's very energizing. So I got licensed to do that because I needed some CEUs. So yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. Now I teach at the YMCA, one of the YMCA's here in Atlanta. I teach a hip hop dance class, and it's super fun. It's like a good way to hold me accountable because I have to practice. Can't just get up there and just do whatever. And then I have like instructor friends. We like do dance-thons together or whatever. And then for a hot second, I taught strength. I had never taught strength before. Mm-hmm. It was cool, but I realized like, oh, that's not the workout genre or format that I want to do. Like I want to be more focused on dance. But yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. So yeah.
Cool. So I remember I've taken some Zumba classes. I'm not gonna lie, it's like the music for me, honestly. So if the Zumba teacher incorporates more hip hop, then I'm definitely there.
Yeah, that's me.
It's just all the salsa-ish music. It's cool, but what really gets me going is the hip hop. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like if the song doesn't have like a beat drop, then I don't know if I'll do it. So usually like when I do Zumba, if I do like Latin songs, it has to have like a beat drop. Like that's just my style. That's what I like. You know, if people have like requests, I'll add what they request to my playlist. But I do like a little bit more hip hop. I even like African music because, you know, it's cool. But yeah, hopefully the Zumba people aren't listening. I go off script.
We still incorporate Zumba music in here.
But I'm not teaching Zumba right now though, so I get to do whatever I want. Like hip hop, we be getting lit. So
okay, cool. So like, how long did it take you to get your Zumba certification? Like, do you like go to classes? Do you like how's it? I'm assuming you take a test. Or something.
It was kind of easy. So it's like a full 8-day training. I already knew how to do Zumba before I got there, but you had to become official. So I went to the 8-day training, the 8-hour training, and then we got our certificate afterwards, and then that was it. But the reason I got my certified to be a group fitness instructor is because gyms really prefer for you to have a national certification, a national like accredited certification. You're more likely to get paid more, and it makes you more versatile. Because like I could teach strength, I could teach like HIIT, you know, I could teach other formats. It's not my preference, but like, you know, if they need a sub, sometimes they do call me and be like, "Can you teach a strength class or whatever?" So I just wanted to like be more like versatile or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. So what is it? I guess until. Okay, because I'm not gonna lie. So in my head, sometimes when I be in these classes, especially if it's like a Black instructor, I'm like, bro, we just up in here dancing. Like, but I feel better after the class. But like, what is it until like when you're setting up, I guess, the dance moves or whatever? Like, do you know? Okay, this is gonna target the core. This is gonna target, you know, thighs. I don't know. I be enjoying the music and movement.
So for the dance classes, like for example, Zumba, they give you music every month. So I love the music. Like I go off script. So I like look up ideas on YouTube and like use some of what I see and then also make it my own to what I want to do. But usually I'm looking up songs like, oh, I think I want to do a dance to this song. It sounds real nice and catchy or whatever. And I don't know, I just, whatever move I feel like fits the song, that's what I do. So I'll be like scrolling through, like looking at other people. I'm like, those moves don't go with that song. So I'll just like, I'll keep going until I figure out like, I feel like it fits my personality and my style. Like I have songs where it's mostly all squatting, and I have songs where we target core. I just kind of throw them in there,
Okay.
and just I don't know. But it takes a lot of time to practice. Like it takes a lot of preparation time because you have to memorize that stuff. You can't just get up there and just don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, because that's what like I'll be wondering like, okay, so I just learned this move and now I gotta like remember how to do it like every time. I guess I don't know. I guess it's possible Sierra does it, Beyonce does it,
Yeah,
everybody else do it. So
it's most of the songs have like a 8 count, so it's always like 1 2 or 1 2 3 4 or an 8 count or like a double 8 count.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay.
That's like a part of the training for like dance stuff. And I feel like I used to take piano lessons, so I feel like my music background has helped me like when it comes to putting dance moves together because there always needs to be a count. Like I might count when I'm first learning how to do it or first putting it together, but then I get to a point where I don't need to count because I know the music so well. Like, okay, after this verse, we're gonna go to that, and you listen. I listen to the instruments and stuff. Like I've always been like a person. Like when I was playing piano, I would play by ear, so it's just like, okay, I heard the cymbals, I'm gonna go to this. It's like you have to know it so well to be able to tell people what to do next before you even get there. So that does take practice because it's like you learn it for yourself, but then you have to learn it well enough to tell people what to do next. So it can be a lot, but it's fun. So
okay. So I do a lot of, I don't really go to the gym. I do a lot of all the workouts on the Peloton. And one of the biggest complaints, because I'm in a Black Girl Magic group on Facebook, and some people be complaining like, oh my gosh, the instructor just stopped working out and he was talking to us while we were, still working out. Like to me, that doesn't bother me because I realize the instructor has done this dance 15,000 times, is teaching and dancing. So it's not that big of a deal. Do you stop and like walk around as you're teaching, or you're just one of those ones that go as they're going?
I usually go with them, but I do see instructors that do it, and I think it is a strategy because some instructors, they teach classes back to back or they teach multiple times a week. So sometimes you do have to find a way to like conserve your energy and like not burn yourself out. So like, and then like I like when teachers walk around and like talk to me or try to motivate me. It's cool. I think it's interactive. I've never tried it. I guess maybe because I started it's COVID kind of, so I be getting in people's faces and stuff. But it's a strategy to like maintain or to keep your strength. And then also group fitness instructors, you are really supposed to be watching what people are doing to make sure that they have the correct form. So that they could be talking to you, but they're also watching what you're doing and ready to like correct you if you have the wrong form, because you don't want someone to leave your class and like they hurt themselves or whatever.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so you were talking about how your doctor suggested that you got into fitness that would help. How else has fitness, I guess, impacted your life, especially during COVID? Because I know a lot of people were making adjustments with working out when it came to COVID.
I feel like it helped. I did cancel my gym membership during like the height of when the pandemic first started because I just wasn't comfortable going to the gym. But I would just find stuff on YouTube and just work out, and I feel like it did help relieve some of that stress. Because I would mostly do like low impact hit and like a lot of strength training.
Okay.
It just made me feel like I was getting all my stress out. So I just couldn't imagine just not working out. I feel like all of my worries and anxiety would build up if I had no way to like get it out. So.
Okay. So I guess one of my questions is, when it comes to working out, I think I consider you the expert. What are like some things that we could do or that you do to prevent like injuries? So I know how you were saying that instructors are supposed to walk around and make sure they have the proper form. What are like some of the things that you're looking for when you're teaching a class or even like with yourself to prevent injuries?
Well, number one, like for example, if I'm teaching strength or just any class, you always want to do some type of warm up, or I forgot what you call it, movement preparation, to like get those muscles moving. You don't want to just jump right into it. And for strength, I incorporate some like stretches and things to like get the muscles warmed up. Some of the things I look for, like when I used to teach strength, like I would see people squatting, I would try to make sure that their knees didn't come above their toes or that their knees weren't caving in.
Okay. I was trying to picture it in my head, like, okay.
Yeah. Or like if we're doing deadlifts, your back is not arched. Your back should be straight, because you can cause a lot of energy. You can cause a lot of injury if you're arching your back and doing deadlifts. So I would just like look for things like that. I didn't want to call people out, so I would just say, make sure your back is straight, your chest is up, your knees don't come above your toes, like different things like that I learned during my training. Like, and then realizing that some people, it might be their first class, because I had a couple people come and they just had the wrong form. They were struggling. At some point I just like stopped working out and I just told them to keep going, and I stopped and I watched.
Okay.
And I was kind of like verbally coaching them through. I was like, okay, I need to watch them and make sure they're doing it right and make sure they understand. And then another thing is, you're always supposed to have modifications, because people have different levels. So I try to do it for dance too. Like there's always a high impact version and a low impact version. And then for strength, it's like, okay, if you can't do this, do this. Like, for example, I'm trying to think of planks. Normally you do planks, you're on your toes, you're on your hands.
Yeah.
But the modified version, you just get on your knees and you're on your hands or your elbows. So that's another option. So people won't feel like, oh, this class is too advanced, because I'm really trying to target everybody. And I know what it's like to have injuries because I'm in physical therapy now. So, that's great.
Oh man. So, okay. So what are your thoughts and your views? And of course, this is not law, so nobody try to come for her if she says something crazy that you don't like and it's not even actually really crazy. But like, what's your thoughts on rest day? Because I know, I don't know. Well, we were having a group chat conversation about rest day. I'm not sure if you jumped in on that, but one of our friends was like, hey, I have a rest day. This is normally my rest day, but I think I'm going to forego the rest day and just for the next month and work through. I know for me, my rest days, because I don't want to fall off track, it will be something super low impact. Just so that I can keep that momentum going, because I know how I am. If I take off a day, it might be a whole month. So like, what are your thoughts on like rest day, and like, do you take rest days, and how do you navigate with that?
I feel like rest days are important, because I could go on doing like really high intense classes throughout the week, and then like my muscles are sore. It's like, oh, I want to go to this class or I want to do this, and I feel it. Like, in your 30s, things not the same.
They not the same.
My definition of rest day is going to like a yoga class, stretching, spending time stretching, because like you have to stretch. I mean, that's what I'm doing in physical therapy. So I might spend 30 minutes stretching or doing something like that. I feel like my baseline is I walk every day because I have a dog. So that's going to be every day. So that's my definition of rest, because sometimes my muscles really do get fatigued, especially if I'm practicing at home and then I want to go to somebody's class. And it's just like, okay, I need to take a day to rest because I'm about to really mess something up. Like, yeah. So, yeah.
Like, I know I overdid it. Not really, but I overdid it the other day. I did 2 rides on the Peloton, and then Tamia asked me to jump on a ride, and it was so hard. If I had known the ride was going to be hard, I would have told her no. But literally after that, I was like, let me stretch. And I soaked in the tub for like an hour and a half. Because I knew my body, like you said, after 30, the body ain't the same no more.
It's not. Like, I know when I've done too much, and I know when I need to calm down because little things start to like feel tweaked. And I'm like, okay, if I don't want to be out for the next month, let me just go ahead and take this day or two off.
Oh man, man, have you ever woken up and it's like, nah, this ain't it? It's like my face, my head is like ready for the day, but everything down below is like, nah, sis, you tried it.
Yeah, I felt like that, which is why I'm in physical therapy, because my body was like, nah, sis, I actually don't know what this issue came from, but yeah, my body be like, nah, sis, you need to calm down.
So how do you like manage your own workout along with like teaching and preparing for your class and actually teaching your class?
That's a good question. I've really been trying to figure that out, because the dance class does take a lot of preparation, and I'm also in the process of trying to learn the new pound format that I got trained in. And it's just like, okay, there are other format classes that I like to go to. I wouldn't want to teach it, like bar and like strength or like body pump, but it's like, how can I fit that in? Because I do need to practice this. So I'm still trying to figure it out. Sometimes I make my practice my workout.
Okay.
Or on the weeks where I want to go to other people's classes, I practice, but I only give like maybe 20-30% because I've already worked out. I'm practicing because I need to learn the moves. And so I try to, because when I first started, I would practice like 100% and then go to class 100%. And then like one of the veteran teachers, I was talking to her about how I was struggling, and she's like, hey, when you're practicing, maybe only give like 10-20% because you're doing it to make sure that you know it.
Yeah.
You can do it full out once you get to class. She's like, you have to conserve your energy, especially if you're teaching multiple classes a week. So I was like, she might be on to something. So that's kind of how I do it.
Okay, cool. So what is like your favorite workout, like your go-to workout? I know for me, I hate doing a lot of stuff, but I can do some squats. I think because, you know, that area of my body is very important to me. So I can do some squats. But sit-ups, I hate sit-ups, but I do them, but I hate them.
Let me see. My favorite workout. I really like bar. Like, it's not something I'm interested in teaching, but I like it because it targets those small muscles that you didn't know you had, and it has like ballet moves in it. And I be feeling real like, I don't know, flowy when I'm in there, but it's also really hard. So I like that. That's like a go-to class that I go to when I'm not teaching. And then, of course, always dance. Like, I still go to my friend's dance class. I'll just go to her class and just be a student, you know.
Okay.
I still like to dance. So
awesome. Of course, you know, because everybody likes to say, oh, it's not just about being physical, it's about your diet. What is like the top 3 things that you know that you must incorporate in your diet to be successful physically?
Number 1, I'm still working on it. I'm gonna work.
Yeah, it's okay. Like, we're all humans. You're kicking it with me. We're chill. Like, this is not law, you know. And even if it was,
you really can't outwork a bad diet. I know for me, I need to incorporate more like fruits and vegetables, more clean foods, because I tend to kind of lean over to the carbs, especially when I get stressed with work. But I know I need to incorporate more like lean, clean foods. I know I probably need to find another coping mechanism outside of comfort foods and maybe outside of eating, like what I want. Hadn't figured that out yet.
My coping mechanism is definitely shopping. I got to get it together.
Maybe I need to start shopping and not like, because I will order some Uber Eats. That's what I will do.
That is something I will do too. But you know, Nikka, let me tell you how proud of myself I was that I probably shouldn't have done it, but I still did it. I cooked like twice this week, did not order Uber Eats at all. I got emails like, hey, come back to us. You get 20% off because I hadn't ordered nothing this week.
Yeah, I will order some Uber Eats because like, I feel like my job is all consuming. Like it really drains a lot out of me. And sometimes I just don't feel like cooking. Yes, I work from home. Yes, I still don't
But
feel
it's
like
still
cooking.
draining, especially like I think even working from home, it's just you're still there.
Yeah, I'm still here. And so yeah, I need to incorporate eating clean. And then there's something else I was gonna say. I can't remember. Maybe that's part of being in your 30s too. You can't remember.
Oh no, we're not claiming that one.
Um,
Claiming that one.
yeah, I can't remember. It slipped my mind.
So I know you talked about food. You talked about what else you talked about? Eating clean. Okay, but what about for somebody? I know you probably would know. Like I don't eat meat, but I probably lean more onto, like you said, the carbs a lot more. I consume a lot of tofu, soybeans, I guess. I do try to, like, one thing about me is, and I know you and I, we had a conversation, you like, where's your protein? And I'm like, that's not why I sent you this picture of my food for. Like, I don't need the judgment. Let me eat what I'm
I
gonna
do
eat.
I do be judging. Like, yeah. I feel like, especially if you're active, you should be intentional about incorporating protein, whether it's you get the protein or whatever, the powdered protein, and put it in whatever you make, or just being more intentional about eating more plant-based proteins, because you should have a certain amount for your body weight and composition. Usually, if I'm doing that, I'll like look at the label to see like, oh, how much protein is this?
Okay.
And like sometimes with my fitness pal, I haven't used it in a while, but if I was really trying to track like the protein that I needed for the day, I would do that. But I don't really clock my calories like that. I just try to make sure that I'm eating like protein rich stuff, because that's the stuff that's going to keep me from getting hungry and give you the energy that you need to make it through the day. I notice like when I do eat carby stuff and not as much protein, I get hungry more often.
Yes, I think you told me that one time, and I think it was in Las Vegas or something. When we went out to a restaurant, you was like, "Yeah, you're gonna be hungry later because you're eating all these carbs," and that's when it finally clicked.
Yeah.
I was hungry like an hour or two later, and I was like, ever since then, I'm more conscious of like what I'm eating as well. And I do a lot of like when I finish working out, do like a protein smoothie or whatnot. I'm not that good with making sure I have all the desired amounts of whatever on my plate, but like even Dumar's not, everything has to be, we're heavy fruit and vegetables as fresh as possible. Like even my mom was like, yo, we're gonna get some food up here. But we're so into like everything. I always have peppers, onions, whatever else, vegetables, broccoli, whatever else. I'm always like heavy in, vegetables.
Yeah, just put some protein. And even if you want to, I don't know if you like Gardein or like some of the other plant-based brands, they're super high in protein.
Is that veggie meat?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I could start eating some. I'm not really a veggie meat person, even though I grew up vegetarian. It's just
that protein though. You need that protein.
Yeah, you're right.
Because it'll help you build that muscle as well. I saw I don't know if y'all know who Tabitha Brown is. I feel like all of us know who she is. But anyway, she was like making some stir fry. She's like, I'm just basically cooking what's, left in my refrigerator. And it was like a bunch of vegetables. And then she threw some like plant-based like veggie meat protein in it. And it looks real good.
Okay. I'll start ordering that. And I say order that because I'm not like grocery shopping. So
I don't either.
I order my groceries. Thank you.
My groceries delivered like 10 minutes before this.
Oh,
I'm actually going to cook today, y'all. I'm about to cook.
So I cooked yesterday, but I still like what I was telling you. Like even though I cooked all week, I went to Olive Garden today.
I do that too.
But I feel like I deserved it though. Like that's my problem. I feel like I deserve everything. It doesn't matter. I wake up in the morning. I deserve that.
Yeah, I deserve a treat, especially if I've exerted a lot of mental energy towards work, which I feel like I always do. Some days are more than others, and I'll be like, "What's on Uber Eats?"
I told you they emailed me. Was like, "Hey, Constance, we missed you."
Yeah. So, and they know where I live. I order all the time. So.
Exactly. Okay, so one of my last questions. hair. As a Black woman, hair is so important. Like, I keep my hair in braids a lot because I do, like I told you, I'm on the Peloton a lot, and also just traveling. Even though I work from home, I don't like waking up doing my hair. Like, for that one meeting I have at 2 o'clock for 30 minutes. I don't feel like, but they're not gonna catch me slipping either. Like, it's never gonna be a case where they're like, Constance, are you okay? No, no, it will never be that issue. But I know working out consistently and also with your hair being natural, it's a lot. Like, I don't want to be, yeah, because I tried, back in the day before, first of all, going back to hair, all the way back to when we used to have the perms. Okay. We used to have our hair relaxed. And remember, I think it was senior year, we decided to go natural.
You decided first, and I was like, I'm not finna do it. I can't go natural. But then I was like, let me try it.
Yeah, we actually only said we was gonna try for like 6 months, like to the end of graduation or right before graduation or something, and we just ended up natural. Like, and I like it a lot better. I think my hair is a lot healthier, it's a lot thicker. But I can say working out, like especially after you got your hair straightened or you did your hair, sometimes it really is a battle. Like, you have to choose as a Black woman: do you want your hair or your body?
Yeah, it's complicated, and I feel like I sweat more when I teach classes because I'm always giving 150%, and like right now my hair is gelled up in a bun. Like, it's I blow dried it. I was like, I'm not gonna straighten it because I'm gonna sweat it out on Monday or whatever. I don't wear braids a lot. I usually get them in the summer.
Okay.
I do clip-ins, and I do headband wigs with textures that look just like my hair.
Okay.
Before you come for me, or anyone that thinks they want to come for me, I have a lot of hair. I have a lot of hair.
She got hair. She got hair.
It's very high maintenance.
What is she in a bald-headed scallywag?
Yeah, I'm not. That's what I'm not.
She got hair in the back.
I got a lot of hair in the back, and I'm trying to keep it long. And like when I work out, it's like, it's wet. It's like when you keep putting gel on it, it starts to, turn white, or it's just like, it's something different. Like when you get your natural hair wet, it's like the texture changes or something, and it's really hard to comb through.
And then when it dries,
yeah,
it's a whole, I would just tell us, oh my gosh, it's a whole situation. Because I do wear clip-ins, like you said, that match my texture, because even though I be wanting like I even told you, for my wedding, I kind of wanted like straight hair, like the bone straight hair, but it was so hot. Y'all was not about to have me looking like this, with little like poof up my hair. Then I didn't want no lace front wig, and then I'd be sweating, and then it's like I don't know. And I know some people. You said what?
I said that's the only way that you can really stay active, because I made the decision that I was going to put my body over my hair, but it wasn't going to look like it.
So, exactly. I be seeing some folk.
But I'm putting my body first, because I feel like as Black people, we have so many like chronic diseases that run in our family. And I feel like it's more important to like focus on trying to keep that under control, which is why I have a lot of protective styles, like I had mentioned. And that helps a lot, because I really don't have to worry about my hair, because I know it's going to look decent no matter what. And I paid for it, so it's mine.
I paid for it, so it's my hair. Okay, it's my hair. And it's crazy because the stigma on wigs and like weave used to not be the greatest. Like growing up, like wigs, like in my head, when I think about a wig or extension or anything, I think about like the old lady in church.
Yeah,
the wig that you put down. That's what I think about. Now they out here killing these wigs. Like what?
Yeah. What? And it's like, oh, that looks good. And then like, the thing is, people don't know the difference between when I wear my hair and when I am wearing hair that I bought. Like, people really can't tell the difference.
And that's key.
Yeah, that's key. Just don't get hair. Like, I would probably never buy like bone straight hair, because my hair would probably never be bone straight unless it was like January and it was snowing or something. It still wouldn't be bone straight. So I get hair that looks just like mine. I just keep it rolling, put some gel on it, look cute during the week. And I work out, so.
Yeah, I'm heavy on the braids, but now I think I'm probably going to lay off some. One, because my clip-ins might cost me, $300, $400 one time. this can cost me $300 every time.
Mm-hmm.
Cause these braids people, like, these things expensive.
They be raising them prices
Like,
now.
I just told you about the girl who went from 180 to 300 overnight.
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog.
I said unfollow.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to find somebody else. I mean, I paid.
What they say, find somebody else. Find somebody else.
You gotta worry about me.
You ain't gotta
worry about me.
All right, so my last thing, how can we find you? Are you like on Instagram? I know you like to be rich and unfamous, but
I do. So I'm working on a fitness page. I do have an Instagram. You can find me on fit_Neeks, NEEKS on Instagram. I only have one picture up, but I'm working on my content. So you can go ahead and follow me.
So what are you gonna be doing with that page?
Trying to figure that out. I'll probably put I want to work on doing some reels, and like I want to get a following. So like I want to go independent from like the gym that I'm teaching at, like maybe like, teaching a studio. So I'm just trying to build up my following right now, especially like the people in the area, so they can like know what I'm doing. Maybe announce when I'm teaching at the gym that I'm at, so they can know like, oh, Nikka's gonna be there today. So yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So everybody, her handle is here, is at fit_Neeks on Instagram. Go follow her page, especially if you are in the Atlanta area, so you can find out when she's teaching, because apparently her class is going to be lit, because she is going to have the best playlist. Also, one other question. Who is your top artist that you love to play in your class?
That's a good question. I
feel like I know what it is, but I want to see if like I'm right.
I don't know. I know if I go through my playlist, there's like multiple like repeat artists in there. I just can't.
I feel like Drake is one.
Yeah, Drake. Yeah.
I feel like Drake, Future, like
I don't have any Future, but I have songs that have Drake in it multiple times. So probably Drake.
Because Drake is like one of my like top workout people.
Yeah, because it needs to be like hype. I have Sierra in my playlist.
Yes,
too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I was like, I didn't ask that question. I gotta ask that question.
And Beyonce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, alrighty, guys. Thank you guys so much for kicking it with me and Nikka today to learn all about how she got into fitness, her top workout poses. I know pose sounds so bad. Different tips and tricks. Do not forget to, follow Nikka at fit_Neeks. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And thank you guys for kicking it with us. As I will end, I will say deuces, but also I like what we do in Issasistahood. We say bye.
Bye.
1, 2.